Hey, what's up, good people? This is a continuation of this video here. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. Let's get into it. So, real quick recap. My point of these videos is to show that the Americas, Central, South, North America, all line up with these Egyptian gods and Egyptian myths and all that. So here's Brother Set, in whom Egyptologists say that it's some mysterious animal. But Set is a tapir. So I'm going to be reading from the book Queen Mu and the Egyptian Sphinx by Augustus Le Plongeon. Sacred Mysteries of the Mayas and the Quiches, written in or at least published in 1896. So it's real old. So let's start off with a foundation before we get into Set again. We also have seen that the Maya-speaking peoples, whose tracks we have followed across the Syrian desert and who settled in the valley of the Nile, brought there the art of writing, a polished language, and the same cosmogonic notions entertained by the Chaldees, the Hindus, Hindustan, and the Mayas, that the names of the cities they founded, of the gods they worshipped, were also belonging to the Maya language. Let's go. Katish is the sacred city of Kati, where they were wont to worship in a temple dedicated to who? Set or Sut, their principal god. Set was the brother of Osiris and his murderer. His name is cognate word for Ze Maya, to ill treat with blows. That means Set had hands, is what that means. So he goes on to prove that he was worshipped over here by the Maya, and how they had sacrificial ceremonies of crops, probably corn. So the goddess I wanted to introduce y'all to, her name is Selk. Let's talk about her real quick. Here is a depiction of her in Egypt. These copper tablets, I believe it was copper. So Selk, let's go to the highlighted. I shall therefore content myself with mentioning that the 10 provinces which formed the country that Plato says Kronos divided among his sons were thickly populated, and that the black race seems to predominate. We shall not tarry in Zanaan, the scorpion, longer than to inquire if perchance the Egyptian goddess Selk, whose title was the Great Reptile. Part 2 on the way.
Atlantis.
What's up, good
America.
people? It's your boy MUNKUKIZI. I want to talk about something real quick. I know a lot of y'all have heard of Thoth or Toth or Thought, depending on how you want to pronounce his name. Side note, he's often depicted as a blue ibis. You should see where the blue ibis comes from. Anyway, back to the topic. So you guys can go ahead and read that top if you want. It's basically just talking about how there was a great flood from in his land, so he had to flee. Now, follow me. Fast we led toward the sun of the morning. That means he's referring to where the sun rises. The sun rises in the east. So that means he's fleeing to the east. He comes from the west. Until beneath us lay the land of the children of Kim. We all know where Kim is, right? Northern Africa. He goes on to say that the Kemetic barbarians came with him, and he had to explain to them that they are the sons of Atlantis. Now, gee, I wonder where Atlantis is. So, thank you, Kudemero, for the drop on this. This book is called New Atlantis. You can get it on archive.org. It was written in 1660. And guess who it was written to? Charles II, what you would call a highly melanated man. Or black. This man right here. Why he look like he talk like this? Indubitably pimpin'. Anyway, that's what you call a primary source. But let's get back to the book. Let's go to this second paragraph here. The next day's conference relates how that though they lived remote and unknown to all other nations, talking about us Aboriginal Americans over here, yet they had the knowledge of the languages, books, and affairs of those that lie at the farthest distance. How great the Atlantis, which we call what? America. Look at that. Talks about all that. Boom, 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 boom. Why do you think they call it the Atlantic Ocean? Why do you think they call it Atlanta? They changed the is to or the to is. That's what I meant. Real quick, this is an article from Forbes. You can read it right there. Boom, boom, boom. I want to go to the highlight. This is America. And what is that over there? Does that say Atlantis over there to my right or to your left? Whatever way you're watching this video, right there. Atlantis.